Hello and welcome to the show. Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, you might by the end of this conversation. Former basketball players Alexia Adams and Mike Rosario first connected when she commented "good game" under one of his social media posts. That's it. Just 2 words that led to a spark that took 16 years to ignite. Talk about letting things marinate. While they had to jump through a few hoops, this journey has made this couple much stronger. Please welcome to the show, Alexia and Mike. How are you?
Good.
Good to have you here. So listen, I want to talk about this concept of just sort of a comment growing into something magical, but over the course of more than a decade. Start from the beginning. Who saw it first?
It was me. So I was playing basketball at Albany State, and he was at Florida, and they had a big game, and it was a good game. He had a good game, so I wrote him, and I said, "Hey, good game," and then he put "thank you," but then we didn't speak. Probably another maybe 7.
So that was the first contact initially, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And so did you do what we do, go and look, see who this is, go look at the profile, learn more about her? Were you just like, okay, thank you?
I was like, okay, thank you, in that moment. But when I replayed it back down the road, and I always stayed in contact, I always sent little messages throughout her pictures and stuff like that. I'll throw a heart on there, or I'll throw a kiss on there, just
Oh, not the little kiss? Okay.
throwing those out there amongst the way.
So what were you thinking? Like, okay, I'm kind of feeling this, but you guys had your own situations going on? Tell me more.
I had a situationship, but no. When he started actually writing me "Hey, happy birthday," it was always a happy birthday, both of us. How was your day? Small stuff like that, and then it started getting in depth later, and that was probably 4 years ago after I retired. He was still playing though.
What does in depth look like? How did the conversation elevate?
It was just basically "Hey, how are you?" or "How's your weekend?" Oh, blah blah blah. It was just stuff like that. But then the most in depth it probably got was, "Hey, I'm coming to Atlanta to visit." I had already retired.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. He said it 3 times, but it never happened. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Right.
But okay, I kept saying, okay, see you when you come. So then this last time he said it, I said, look, let me just get your number. Give me your number.
Okay. So very directly.
Absolutely.
And your response?
My response was
777-9311 or something along those lines, right?
Okay. My response was okay. And I was surprised because when she actually took the initiative to say, you know what, it looks like you're not going to be able to make it to Atlanta, so I'm going to have to come to Jersey. And that was the ultimate.
Have there been any phone conversations at this point?
Yes.
Okay.
So let's go back. So when he wrote me, I had got my honorary doctorate, and he told me congrats. But this was the 4th time. But this time I said, hey, let me just get your number because I'm tired of you saying you're coming to Atlanta and you never do. So at that point, we never spoke on the phone. It was just always just messages. That was it. So we spoke on the phone, but once we actually spoke on the phone, we spoke on the phone every day on FaceTime, going to sleep.
What was that first conversation like?
I just liked his voice. I was like, woo.
For me, I felt those jitters from being a kid.
Oh, like the middle school puppy love.
Right in the yes or no, do you like me circle it? That's what I was feeling, and I knew it was something completely different.
Okay, so let's fast forward. You come to town, go to dinner. How was the dinner? What was it like when you finally see each other for the first time?
Well, he actually picked me up from the airport, so that was the first interaction. But before that, we were on FaceTime every day, so I knew what he looked like. It was
right. But was there that connection? That oh my gosh,
it was because when he picked me up, he kept saying, I'm up here on the right. So I'm up here looking for him at the airport. He's hiding behind a pillar the whole time. And he just pops out of nowhere. Like, hey, babe, he had me a whole thing of flowers because my birthday was the next day. So he had me a whole thing of flowers.
Are these the flowers?
Yeah, that's the day. Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
And then it was just crazy. It was.
So you go to dinner. You've picked out the spot. You're talking for 3 hours. I mean, was the conversation just nonstop?
It was nonstop, but when I first laid eyes on her coming out of the airport, I already had my mind up then.
Mind up to do what?
Get on one knee.
You knew?
I knew. Once I seen the physical, I already knew.
Okay, but was there more than a physical attraction?
No. just her being and my presence, but also just the connection when I actually hugged her.
Yeah.
And looked at her in her eyes, and we started to have conversation just with smiles.
Right. But you, Alexia, were like, okay, this is nice, but I'm kind of done with dating at this point, right?
I think before we started interacting, I was saying I was done with dating until we had that first FaceTime, because after that, I ain't never did this. We would stay on the phone, we would FaceTime and watch movies. I would put my phone on mute, he would put his
you
on
just
mute.
stay on them to run the battery down,
Just
to charge it
until
up.
somebody fell asleep.
So what happened at the end of that first date?
It was crazy. So what happened was, I was confused at one point because we were at the bar. We were having dinner and then we were at the bar. And then he was like, and there was a ring that I always used to wear, and I only wore it because I didn't want people bothering me.
Okay, you had the fake wedding.
I had the fake one on.
Yeah.
So I basically he said, I always have a problem with you wearing that ring. And I said, until it get replaced, I'm not taking it off. So that day at the bar, it was just very different, but he was just staring at me. I was like, what are you staring at? And then he took my hand and he just put the ring on. I was like,
You came with a ring?
Yeah.
Because you knew for sure?
I knew, for sure.
Wow. And what did you say?
I said yes.
Right out the gate, or were you like, huh? I mean, there was no hesitation. You
No.
both just knew.
No. But the funny part, because now I'm seeing the pictures, the funny part is he proposed that day.
Yeah.
So when we actually took these pictures, we didn't really want people in our business but our families. So we just redid the proposal.
Sure, you had engagement
Yeah.
photos if
Yes.
you
Yeah.
would, but the actual day was the night
was
at
the
the
wedding
dinner,
day.
the pictures
dinner.
that we saw
Yeah, yeah,
earlier. Got it.
Yeah.
3 hours. That's impressive. All right, listen. Coming up, we're putting Alexia and Mike's chemistry to the test. Plus, they have a big announcement that you will not want to miss. You hear all that kiki and all that love. It's so sweet. Conversation continues right after the break.